your life, my life, it's pretty much all happening in the digital world these days, isn't it?
It really is.
Everything from banking to just catching up with friends. Every click, every swipe, it leaves this digital footprint.
Yeah, this trail of data.
And look, the convenience is fantastic, but it also, well, it makes us vulnerable, really vulnerable.
Absolutely. It's a trade-off.
So today we're doing a deep dive. We're looking at cyber law, how it's changing, at data safety basics, and some really mind-bending challenges that are basically right around the corner.
Yeah. Tomorrow's problems today.
Our mission really is to arm you with the crucial stuff from our sources, help you figure out how to navigate this digital Wild West.
Right.
How ready are we, individually, all of us together, for what cybercrime looks like next? Yeah. Especially when it feels like it's moving faster than we are.
That's trying to connect the dots,
Yeah.
From the basic prevention measures and the real core ideas of data safety, all the way to these, frankly, dizzying complexities with AI and virtual worlds.
Yeah. Okay.
We really want to unpack what this means, not just like abstractly, but for your actual digital life.
Okay, let's start with prevention then. Now, for our listeners who probably know the basics, the question isn't just what is cyber law prevention. It's more like, how good are these legal shields we have against a threat that's everywhere, changing all the time? Are these laws keeping up, or were we just, constantly playing catch up?
That really hits a nail on the head.
Yeah.
Look, prevention is definitely two things, right? It's laws, legislation, but it's also what we do, best practices.
Right.
But what the sources show is, well, there's often a gap. Government, yeah, they pass laws. Think of India's IT Act. It defines hacking, data theft, sets penalties. That's the foundation. Yeah. You need that for prosecution, for deterrence.
Yeah.
But cybercrime, it doesn't care about borders. So you get these jurisdictional nightmares. A crime starts in country A, hits someone in country B.
Yeah.
And suddenly, even with strong national laws, getting effective prosecution, it's incredibly tough. Whose law applies, who investigates, it gets messy fast. And then there's the other side. Rules for businesses, regulatory compliance, like India's Digital Personal Data Protection Act from 2023. It says companies have to use specific security measures, be transparent about data, tell users what they're doing.
Which sounds good.
It is necessary, yeah. But here's the thing. Compliance often ends up being just the minimum, the baseline.
A checklist.
Exactly. Ticking boxes. Not always about building really tough defenses against the next threat, the new thing, especially when the tech is moving so much faster than the regulations can adapt.
Okay, so if the laws are always sort of adapting, what about us? Our personal digital shields, we all here use strong passwords, but the sources hint that attacks are getting smarter, designed to get around even good individual habits. What's the next level for us? What should you be thinking about?
You're right. It's moving beyond just the basics. Look, unique complex passwords, two-factor authentication, 2FA, still absolutely vital. Our sources say 2FA blocks like over 90% of automated attacks trying to steal your login details.
Wow, 90%. That's huge.
It is. But the game's changing. Attackers now use stuff like MFA fatigue. They just spam you with 2FA login requests, hoping you'll accidentally hit approve.
Oh, I've heard of that. Annoying.
Or even worse, these adversary-in-the-middle phishing sites. They look real, you log in, and they actually grab your password and your 2FA code in real time.
Yikes. Okay.
So the new thing for you isn't just using 2FA, it's being super skeptical. Really look at that request. Does it make sense? Did you initiate it?
Yeah.
It's about understanding the intent, not just seeing a security prompt. And updating software, it's not just about getting new features. It's closing security holes. Sometimes holes the developers didn't even know were there until the bad guys found them. Those are 0 days.
Right.
Delaying updates. It's like there's a broken lock on your door and you just leave it.
Not smart.
Not smart at all. And tying this back globally, the fact that prosecuting cybercrime is so fragmented really underlines why international cooperation is just essential. Criminals hide in places with weak laws or enforcement. So countries have to share info, work together on investigations, try to harmonize their laws so they can actually track and prosecute these people no matter where they are.
Okay, so we're trying to build stronger shields, legally, personally, against smarter attackers. But a shield's only as good as what it protects, right? The data itself. What does data safety really mean now when data is just everywhere? And how are companies adapting those core principles?
Right. Data safety, data protection.
Yeah.
Basically keeping digital info safe from anyone who shouldn't see it or from being lost or messed up. For companies, it's not just a tech issue anymore. It's fundamental to their survival.
Yeah, I bet.
The foundation is still that classic CIA Triad: confidentiality, integrity, availability. But each one of those is under way more pressure now. Take confidentiality, keeping data private only for authorized eyes. It used to be mostly about encryption, scrambling the data. Now, our sources talk about things like homomorphic encryption.
Homomorphic? Okay, what's that?
It's wild. It lets you actually do calculations on data while it's still encrypted. You never have to decrypt it to work with it.
Whoa.
Yeah. Think about cloud computing. You could process super sensitive data without the cloud company ever seeing the raw information. The big challenge now is securing data not just when it's stored or moving, but when it's actually being used. Then integrity, making sure the data is accurate, consistent, hasn't been tampered with. It's not just about stopping simple hacks or mistakes anymore. Now we worry about data poisoning.
Data poisoning.
Yeah, like deliberately feeding bad data into an AI system to screw up its results. Or supply chain attacks where the software itself is compromised before you even install it. Companies are looking at things like blockchain-style ledgers to prove data hasn't been touched. It's way beyond old-school methods. And availability, making sure you can actually get to your data and systems when you need them, that's facing huge challenges too. Ransomware now. It doesn't just lock your files.
Right. They threaten to leak it too.
Exactly. They steal it first, then encrypt it, pay up, or we release everything. Puts massive pressure on availability and confidentiality. So modern availability isn't just backups. It's having multiple live systems in different places, using AI to manage traffic and fight off those really complex denial of service attacks, the DDoS ones.
Yeah, that's a huge shift in thinking about those core ideas. So how are organizations actually doing this? What are the sort of cutting edge things they're putting in place?
Well, they're definitely trying to be more proactive, less reactive.
Huh.
Data loss prevention, DLP. It's less about just blocking keywords now. It's more about understanding context, user behavior.
How so?
Like AI-powered DLP can spot weird patterns. An employee suddenly downloads tons of sensitive files they never touch. The system flags it, maybe blocks it. It's smarter.
Okay, I see.
Incident response plans. They're not just what to do after checklists anymore. Good ones involve threat hunting teams. These guys are actively looking for intruders already inside the network before they strike, often using AI to comb through mountains of data for tiny clues.
Proactive hunting. Makes sense.
And maybe the biggest change, employee training. It's not just that boring annual PowerPoint anymore.
For goodness.
Right. We're seeing things like gamified security challenges, really short targeted training videos, ongoing awareness stuff, because honestly, human error is still the biggest weakness. But it's also the most trainable defense if you do it right.
It really sounds like this arms race. And our sources are basically saying this race is about to hit hyperdrive, especially with AI and these immersive virtual places becoming more real. What does that mean for the future? It feels like we're sailing into totally uncharted legal waters.
We absolutely are. Technology, especially AI, it's moving so fast. It really is that double-edged sword everyone talks about.
Right.
AI is amazing for boosting our defenses, but it also gives criminals tools to launch attacks that are just scarily sophisticated and on a massive scale. Think about AI-powered phishing. We're already seeing it. AI creating emails that are incredibly personalized, super convincing, making deep fake videos of the CEO asking for a wire transfer, cloning voices.
Oh, wow. The voice cloning.
Frighteningly accurate. And these aren't just hard to spot. They play on our psychology so well they work much more often. And the scary part, scalability. And AI can customize these attacks for millions of people at once. How do you even begin to defend against that manually?
Yeah, that's overwhelming.
And then there's autonomous malware. This isn't just dumb code anymore. It's malware with AI inside. It can literally learn how an organization defends itself and adapt its attack in real time. Find new ways in, change tactics, become incredibly hard to find and remove. And this throws up a massive legal problem. Who's responsible when an AI does something illegal?
Yeah, who do you blame?
Exactly. If an AI system figures out how to launch an attack all by itself, is it the programmer, the person who turned it on? Or, do we ever say the AI itself is liable? Our whole legal system is built around human intent, human actions. It just wasn't designed for this. We need a whole new way to think about culpability.
And it's not just AI, right? The sources also talk about these immersive virtual places like the metaverse, creating a whole new space for, for harm, blurring lines between digital and physical experiences in ways that can be really traumatic.
Precisely. The rise of virtual worlds raises really difficult, troubling questions about things like virtual rape and other digital violence.
Virtual rape? How is that even defined legally?
That's the problem. It mostly isn't. Our current laws about assault, about rape, they're based on physical acts, physical contact.
Mm.
So there's no real agreement on how to define or prosecute something like virtual rape, where someone's avatar is violated without consent.
But the impact is real.
Absolutely. Research shows the psychological, the emotional trauma for victims is incredibly real. Real distress, real harm, even without physical touch. And what's fascinating, but also a huge problem, is jurisdiction. These virtual worlds, they're global, decentralized often. So if a crime happens between two avatars and the people controlling them are in different countries,
Which country's laws apply?
exactly, who investigates, who prosecutes, it's a legal black hole in many ways. And then think about evidence. How do police gather solid evidence from these private, maybe encrypted virtual platforms? How do you prove what happened? Verify who is controlling the avatar. Get evidence that holds up in court. It's a nightmare. We're trying to apply like 20th century laws to 21st century virtual reality.
Wow. What an incredible journey through our sources today. We've gone from, the shifting ground of cyber laws and how data safety is evolving, right into these really complex, almost sci-fi challenges of AI, crime, and digital violence in virtual spaces.
Yeah, it covers a lot of ground.
It's just so clear that in this world that's changing so fast, knowledge isn't just power anymore. It's your basic survival kit, your main tool for protection.
Couldn't agree more. And the speed of all this change means you can't just be aware, you have to really engage critically. Think about what these technologies mean, question where the boundaries are, how is this going to reshape safety, privacy, even just how we interact as people.
Yeah. And on that note, here's something for you, our listener, to really chew on. If AI can commit crimes by itself and virtual violence causes real psychological harm, how do you think we need to redefine concepts like evidence, blame, justice itself for these new digital realms? What kind of new rules or frameworks might we need to bridge this gap between our physical laws and our, well, increasingly virtual lives? Keep digging, keep learning. We'll catch you next time on The Deep Dive.